There's a special kind of sadness that comes from thinking everyone forgot about you, and 10 days before her birthday, Ashley Rhea Thomas was completely convinced she'd been forgotten. If you had walked past Ashley during math class that morning, you probably would have thought she was paying attention. She had her notebook open, her pencil moving, her head tilted thoughtfully, but she wasn't solving fractions. No. Ashley was secretly designing her dream birthday crown with a glitter pen, tiny rhinestones, lavender ribbons, gold stars. Across the top of the page, in giant curly letters, she'd written, "Princess Birthday Plan, Confidential." And honestly, that was the most Ashley thing ever, because Ashley loved sparkle, not in a loud, selfish way, in a hopeful way, like maybe glitter could make ordinary things feel magical. And this birthday, this was supposed to be her year, the year everything finally felt beautiful. Warm lights, soft music, cupcakes with swirled frosting, pretty paper tags tied onto lemonade cups, a birthday that felt gentle, safe, special, a birthday where she mattered. But lately, something felt wrong. Her friends kept acting distracted. Every time Ashley mentioned her birthday, the conversation somehow drifted away. Amanda was always organizing something. Rebecca kept whispering with people behind folders. And Christiana? Quiet little Christiana barely reacted at all. At lunch that day, Ashley finally tried again. "So," she said carefully, poking at her grapes, 10 days until the big day." Christiana blinked. "What big day?" Ashley forced a tiny laugh. "You know, my birthday?" "Oh," Christiana said softly. "Right. That's soon." And then she looked back down at her sketchbook. That was it. No excitement, no questions, no sparkle. Ashley smiled anyway, but inside, her heart sank. That night, she walked into the kitchen already feeling invisible. The microwave spun slowly while leftovers warmed on a blue plate. Not the pink plates. Pink plates were for special moments. Blue plates were for regular days. And suddenly that tiny detail hurt way more than it should have. Her mom was busy working. Her friends were distracted. And for the first time all week, Ashley wondered if maybe everyone really had forgotten. Later that night, she opened her journal. The room was quiet except for the soft scratch of glitter pen against paper. Then Ashley whispered a prayer into the dark. "God, is it silly to care this much about a birthday?" She swallowed hard, because right now, it feels like I'm the only one who remembers I exist. Her eyes filled with tears. But I don't want to throw myself a party. A pause, even though I might have to. Then slowly, Ashley turned the page and drew a tiny crown, not a huge one, not fancy, just enough sparkle to remind herself, I matter, even if nobody notices. The next morning, Ashley made a decision. If nobody else was planning her dream birthday, she would. Secretly, she called it Ashley's Sparkle Rescue Plan. And that afternoon, she walked into the community library with determination in her eyes. The librarian looked up over bright orange glasses. "Well, hello, Ashley Thomas." Ashley smiled nervously. "Hi, Ms. Lawley." Then she lowered her voice dramatically. "I need to reserve the community room." Ms. Lawley raised an eyebrow. "For what exactly?" Ashley hesitated, then whispered, "A royal event." The librarian grinned immediately. "Oh my." She clicked around on the computer for a moment. "Well, the room's free next Saturday." Ashley's heart lifted. "Really?" "Really." Ashley clutched the reservation slip like it was a golden ticket. Maybe she could still save this birthday after all. But over the next few days, things only got stranger. Because suddenly, Mysterious notes started appearing in Ashley's locker. The first one simply said, "Twinkle." That was it. No signature, no explanation, just glitter pen. Ashley stared at the tiny note like it might explode. Then another appeared. "Don't give up, the sparkle's coming." And suddenly Ashley's brain went into full detective mode. Were her friends secretly planning something? Was this all part of a surprise? Or was she just hoping too hard? Every tiny moment became suspicious. Whispered conversations, folded papers, secretive glances. Ashley wanted desperately to believe the sparkle was coming, but disappointment kept creeping back in, because nobody actually said anything, and eventually, the hurt became too heavy to carry quietly. One afternoon, Ashley stood alone inside the empty library community room, the room she had secretly reserved herself. Cold folding chairs, blank white walls, silence. She pulled out her phone and slowly started deleting the birthday playlist she'd spent weeks creating. One song at a time. Delete, delete, delete. Her eyes filled with tears. "I shouldn't have to throw my own party," she whispered. The empty room echoed softly around her. That night, Ashley crawled into bed early, pulled the blanket over her face, and whispered into the darkness, "God, if this is a test..." Her voice cracked. "I'm really close to failing." The next day at lunch, everything finally exploded. "You know what?" Ashley blurted suddenly. "I think I'm just going to cancel my birthday." All three girls looked up immediately. Amanda frowned. "What?" Ashley crossed her arms tightly. "It's not like anyone cares anyway." Rebecca's face fell. "Ashley..." "No, seriously," Ashley said, blinking hard. "Nobody's even talked about it all week." Christiana looked heartbroken. Amanda sighed softly. "We didn't want to ruin the surprise." Ashley froze. "The what?" Rebecca slowly reached into her bag and pulled out a folded flyer. Lavender borders, gold stars, sparkly lettering. Ashley's almost birthday bash. Ashley stared at it in shock. "You were planning something?" Amanda nodded carefully. "We've been working on it for a week." "The notes were from us," Christiana admitted quietly. Ashley's emotions completely tangled together. Relief, embarrassment, joy, hurt, all at once. "I thought you forgot me," she whispered. Rebecca reached across the table and squeezed her hand. "You always matter." Saturday morning arrived wrapped in soft golden sunlight. Ashley stood nervously outside the library side entrance, smoothing her dress with shaky hands. Her heart pounded. Then she slowly pushed open the door and stopped. Twinkle lights glowed across the entire room. Golden stars wrapped around chairs and bookshelves. Lavender ribbons floated softly above cupcake stands. Tiny handmade flags stuck out from frosting swirls. Beloved, royal, daughter of the king. And standing in the center of it all were Amanda, Rebecca, and Christiana, waiting for her, smiling. Ashley took one step inside and burst into tears. Good tears, healing tears. "Oh no," Rebecca gasped dramatically. "She's crying. Abort mission." Ashley laughed through her sobs. "This is so much better than what I planned." Amanda blinked. "You were planning your own party?" Ashley nodded sheepishly. In case nobody remembered. Amanda pulled her into a hug immediately. "Ashley," she whispered, "we would never forget you." And for the first time all week, Ashley believed it. The rest of the afternoon felt soft and magical. Cupcakes, sparkling lemonade, twinkle lights, laughter. But the most beautiful part wasn't the decorations, it was the feeling. Ashley didn't have to perform. She didn't have to earn attention. She didn't have to sparkle loudly to matter. She was already loved, already seen, already known. Later that evening, during a quiet garden picnic, the girls handed Ashley one final gift, a tiny gold necklace, one single word engraved on the charm, known. That tiny word healed something deep inside her. Because all week long, Ashley thought she needed a perfect party to prove she mattered. But what she really needed was truth. The truth that love can be quiet. The truth that waiting doesn't mean abandonment. The truth that even when she felt forgotten, God had still been working, still loving, still seeing her. That night, Ashley sat on her bed with her sketchbook open beside her. Her handmade crown rested near the lamp. Twinkle lights glowed softly across the room, and Ashley smiled peacefully as she wrote one final prayer. Dear God, thank you for reminding me that I never had to plan my way into being loved. I already was. She closed the journal gently, touched the little known necklace around her neck, and whispered one final thing into the quiet. Even almost princesses. A soft smile spread across her face. Have a king, and his love, that sparkle never fades. You've been watching The Companion Club Stories. New story every week.